even bore you with everything that I went through to get this done. Okay, Charlie Brown is gonna sit and be a good boy. So, I would like to thank you, and you know who you are, for bringing up this topic. We will be discussing the ups and the downs of entrepreneurship. Well, let's talk about some of the downs first. Ugh, late nights. Fear that it's not going to work. Lots of fear. You sometimes don't have the support of your spouse. Not mine, of course. No, I actually, just to give you a little real talk here, it wasn't easy with my husband and I. He's super supportive of me now, but understandably so. I left a great job that was, paying us enough to go to Atlantis in the Bahamas. So that's a good job, right? And it was very comfortable, and I did it for 8 years. So when I decided to branch out, it wasn't easy for him, and I don't blame him. And I only work till 3 o'clock every day. What was I thinking? Okay, but being an entrepreneur means you have to take risks. You gotta take a risk, because one of the things that we as entrepreneurs do not want to feel is regret. And if you want to know what regret looks like, just talk to some people that did not take a risk and go out and start a business like they thought they should or they could. So I think some of the real ups are that you get to make your own schedule, right? I mean, I love the fact that it's almost 7 o'clock and I'm still working. I mean, really, I do. I can work all day. I actually do work all day. Sometimes I got up at 6 a.m. and I'm still working. But I'm wrapping it up and I'm doing what I want to do, what makes me happy. So happiness is my why. It's so wonderful to do what you love. It really is. And then I also get to help others. So being an entrepreneur gives you the opportunity to not just help somebody that might be in your office, you get to reach a lot of people. I think another great part about being an entrepreneur is giving back and the amount of charities that you can get involved in. And if you have a cause you want to fight for and you have a platform to speak about it, you are responsible then, which is how I feel. I think that you get to meet incredible people. I did not meet my tribe until I became an entrepreneur. When I was in New York, I had my tribe, right? And then I came here, and I was here a long time, and I didn't really have many friends. I had Scott. Oh, that's it. And thank goodness I met my husband, and now I have this wonderful family. And then my parents moved here, but I was, running a place that wasn't any way I was going to meet my friends. I was the boss, so it was tough. And then when I opened my business, I realized that the entrepreneurs are my people. We're nuts, and I am, so I relate. We are innovative and we take risks, and taking a risk is the whole point of being an entrepreneur. If you do not want to take a risk, do not become an entrepreneur, because pretty much everything you do is risky. A few of the downs are, not everybody's gonna support you. Not everybody's gonna believe in you. People are gonna say dumb things like, you'll never be able to do that. It will never work. You're crazy. Are you having a mental breakdown? That's what was asked of me. I think when you do something that is not the norm and outside of everybody else's comfort zone, you get some shit for it. So I certainly did. But most of us do, right? People will hurt you, in business. People will take advantage of you. Humans will disappoint you. They sure will. They won't give you credit if you help them. Even Charlie Brown agreed. Maybe you didn't hear him, but he went, "Arr." He's laying on the floor. People will take your ideas and make them their own. People will consistently ask to pick your brain. People will ask you to meet them for coffee or lunch or dinner or breakfast to pick your brain, and then they'll ask you to drive closer to them. It will happen. People will think that you're having a blast when you're working. Like all of the networking and events that we go to as entrepreneurs is because that's what you have to do. You have to collaborate, and you have to sell, and you have to form relationships. So it's early mornings and late nights. It's stress. You will possibly get screwed by somebody. You will give money to somebody and they won't, do what they're supposed to do. Sorry, I was thinking about somebody I gave money to that never followed through with what she was supposed to do. You will develop relationships, friendships, and then you will get hurt by them. You will, try to be business-like, and people will take it personally. I have that problem. Let me just speak for myself. I'm pretty straight shooter, so I don't have a problem saying, well, listen, you didn't deliver, so what do you expect? My client's not going to pay you. And then, when you have those conversations, sometimes women, not so much men, men are more like, they don't get so emotional about things. But I love working with women, so I want to work with women. I want these women to stop taking everything so personally, please. So you won't have a lot of people support you, or people won't even care. They won't even care what you're doing. You'll think you've accomplished something and nobody will give a shit. How about that? You will be told things because people have low self-esteem. You will maybe be accused of things that you didn't do. So you really have to have a backbone. A great part about being an entrepreneur is that if you didn't have one, you will. Now, I luckily had one. And I know that comes with me. I've been a boss as long as I can remember. And I've also developed a real way of delivering information to people where I'm empathetic, but I'm real and I'm honest. And I think that that is an advantage. So, if you're a woman, you're gonna get left out. You're gonna be at a table and men are gonna talk over you, and you got to step it up. You are going to be failed by humans. It's gonna happen to you. So don't put so much pressure on somebody else buying into your dream and your vision, unless you're gonna pay them equity. Okay? So if you hire somebody and you're like, oh my God, I can't believe they don't work hard. Well, maybe you need to take a look at yourself. There's so many things. There's so many ups and there's so many downs. I have way more ups than there are downs for me. This entrepreneurship has given me just flat out happiness. I am able to do what I want to do every day. And if I don't want to work with somebody, I don't. And that is a gift. The fact that I don't have 30 plus employees anymore is like being on vacation. I think that when you set goals for yourself and you know and you believe in yourself, that you can achieve anything. So entrepreneurship is awesome, but don't be fooled. It's not easy, and not everybody's built for it. Some people are better served being employees, right? And if you are new to entrepreneurship, do yourself a favor. Learn from others and meet them where they are. Don't ask them to drive somewhere. And then thank them. Maybe even a follow-up email or a little text. TY. Give value. Give value. Give. Stop asking. I think there's a lot of money issues that come along with entrepreneurship. You will be working like a dog and you'll be like, oh my God, I was making more money when I was employed. But, if you keep going, you will do better than you could have ever imagined. You just have to have the will and the fight, because it's not easy, but it's worth it. So I would never change it. I would never. I have been offered jobs that were more money than I've ever made in my lifetime. But the freedom that I have to do what I want and make a difference and follow my heart and my passion and my desire. You can't put a price tag on it. And you get to share it with others. You get to speak at conferences. You get to take your family away and expense it to the business. I'm kidding. I mean, I'm not. I mean, I'm not. You get to put Starbucks on your business account. That's a good one. You get to have meetings while having a pedicure. That's a good one. And you meet great people. So I don't know. I hope I've given you enough pros and cons. But I promise you this. If you decide that entrepreneurship is for you, have a nice little chat with somebody else that's an entrepreneur, a successful one, a real one, so they could tell you the real. Because it's not easy. You will have to work. You will have to work harder than you've ever worked in your life. And I wouldn't trade it for the world. But if I can say that, and you hear that, that would make me feel great, because it's not for everybody. So thank you for tuning in tonight or today or whenever you decide to watch this, and I hope you subscribe. So subscribe, like it, share it, give me a comment, ask me to talk about something, tell me I suck, but say something. That's it, Charlie Brown. That's your wrap. We're going to get dinner. Woohoo! Okay, I'm jumping back in because I forgot one of the downfalls is you have to promote yourself. Hello? Do you think we want to do this? Don't you think we'd rather have somebody else saying how great we are? Yeah, we would. But you're an entrepreneur, so you got to do it. I had just put my hair up and now it's a mess and my skin is oily. It's time for me to go, but I'm an entrepreneur and I had to jump back in. How could I forget this? You must promote yourself. When you're Irish, it's uncomfortable and your family taught you to be humble and you're doing everything that you weren't taught. Oh my God. It's so great being an entrepreneur, I swear.